Friends, to speak about children and then their world, first of all, I would at the very outset appreciate and say beautiful welcome song presented by the students of Kujira High School, I mean the students of that high school. And then a small imaginary thing came to my mind, why we did not invite to present a welcome song people of 60 and 70 years. Why did we invite only the children? Mind you, in the whole of the country, no one would dare to invite the people of 60 and 70 to present a welcome song. So you can just imagine what respect and love that we have for our children in the entire country. Wherever there may be occasion, there may be event, we just immediately first of all think of our children to present a very beautiful song. And that also with a beautiful dress code. And that's how today, I tell you, I'm so happy with the song that we presented and the dress code that we have maintained. Friends, is about the child. Who is that one who will not like to have a child in the family, around him, around her? The child is, I would say, is called Davina. And all the more, we have so many proverbs. One of the proverb, Mula Devagarchi Fulla. And not only just we sing, in our society many times we worship children, and particularly girl child. At least I have come across in my family, in my house, so many times. Actually, my mother used to do it very regularly once in a year. She used to invite from the neighborhood some girl child and would worship her. Would give her also some offerings. Now, this is what the status of a child and towards the child in our society. But it's not just only in Goa, but all over the country. People, what I should say, they like to have children, they love children, and they always say, ये तो हमारा फ्यूचर है, इनके लिए तो सभी सुकर लेता है. But unfortunately, in the same society, at times, the same children have to undergo atrocities. Atrocities within the family also, from parents sometimes, from brothers and sisters sometimes, from uncles sometimes, and the atrocities outside. And for that matter, what I said in the very beginning, that a report from police department, that where exactly Goa lands. What sort of atrocities within the family, outside the family? I think that would be a very appropriate thing, if not now, at least next time, to deliberate and discuss about. Because I tell you, I am a person who strongly believes मेरा जो आज का काम है उसके बारे में मुझे पहले तो बैकग्राउंड होना ही चाहिए. Only then I can think of and I can plan for अभी क्या करने का है. ये तो बात हो गई है, मगर इसके आगे अभी क्या करने का है. So I think I would appeal and request the police department, you can send one copy of that. I tell you, yesterday I was reading Naveen Times and that beautiful report about the crimes in Goa, beautiful report, about the accidents in Goa. And I told somebody from the office, I really have that cutting of that clip and preserving the file. So देखिए कि हम जब काम करते हैं, तो I feel that we should have the background first and where exactly we have been, and where exactly we are going to heal for. अपने जॉन साहब ने आई थिंक डायरेक्टर से शर्मा जी आपको फिर बुलाया है, वापस आना है, इसके लिए आपको समय दिया है. तो आप तब तक आने का जब तक गोवा जीरो टॉलरेंस होता है अपना एज फार एज क्राइम्स ऑन द चिल्ड्रन, वो जीरो होना चाहिए, टॉलरेंस नहीं जीरो होना चाहिए. तब तक आपको गोवा में आना होगा. एंड आई टेल यू that not must be done. You see, I am not going to enlist what sort of atrocities we are all aware of. We are aware of this. ये होता है, child kidnapping होता है, abducting होता है, child trafficking होता है, and then resorting them to enforcing upon them to various types of activities like child labor, you are stealing the things, trafficking the drugs. That is happening. Fortunately, Goa, we are well placed, I would say, but then we cannot just neglect. We cannot say all of us, particularly people who are in the teaching fraternity, who are attached with the children and who are associated with the children in their very prime age, very prime age. I feel that we have a great responsibility. I tell you, I have spent 55 years in the field of education, almost 55 years. And then, of course, I have got a commitment for myself and from my family. I have told both my children, that Dr. Gauri as well as Sachin, who is an engineer, that I have never been in a position to complete 100 years of my contribution in the field of education. But I have strictly instructed both the children, both my daughter and son, that they should complete the remaining 45 years of theirs and their daddy's commitment to the cause of education in the state of Goa in the next 45 years. Friends, we have to love the things. We have to love our mission. Fortunately for me, it was an accident that I became a teacher in 1971, and then it became a mission for me, and that has given me everything. It's not politics, mind you. It's not politics which has given me name and status. It's the education, my mission, my contribution, my dedication, my commitment to the cause of education. I may not have reached to Kanakona, I may not have reached to Pending, I may not have reached very frequently to your NAPSA, but I tell you, my contribution, whatever people have appreciated, and I feel myself, to my conscience, so pleased. जैसे बच्चे के लिए बहुत कुछ करना है वहाँ में. Atrocities within the families, outside the families. Very beautiful thing that government of Goa has done, that in 2013 we appointed councillors. I would appeal the heads of the institutes and of teachers also कि मेरा कैंपस जो है, अपना अपना कैंपस जो है, is a free of all sorts of bad beings, ill beings. क्योंकि every child deserves a right to grow multidimensionally, physically, mentally, and I would say also emotionally. And the right place and the proper place, in my opinion, would be the school. Because 40% of the child remains with the parents, or 50% child remains with the parents, that the parents have to take care of, definitely, 100%. Then another 10-20% of the child remains with the friends. I think the parents have a right and have a duty also to verify what sort of company my child dwells in. At the same time, I feel that we as the teachers, we as the head of the institutes, maybe management, maybe headmasters, I think we also have a responsibility that yes, what are the lacunas that may give a setback to the child's life. I think it is, I tell you, for me, when I mingle with the children in my today, in my campus, I feel day is short. टाइम बहुत कम लगता है, बहुत कम लगता है. ये और दिन बढ़ना चाहिए था, महीना बढ़ना चाहिए था, बरस बढ़ना चाहिए था. Friends, I will say we not, but we are definitely committed a lot, and we are doing our best. But वो ऐसा थोड़ा जगह होना चाहिए where no atrocities, no ill doings by teenagers like up to the age of 80. And of course, this conference will give a lot of, I will say, thought for the day, which can be carried for a month. I won't say years, because normally we forget. कल का आज नहीं याद रहता है, आज का कल नहीं याद रहेगा. That is what is only sometimes, many times. And so I think very frequently we have to, Mr. Lonikar ji, I would request that this sort of conferences should go taluka level. Doesn't matter. You see, we may not be very bookish like, कोई ये syllabus complete करना है, ये इतना मार्क मिलना चाहिए, हमारा रिजल्ट तो इतना होना चाहिए, 100% का फैक्ट तो हमें आया है. I think beyond that, you have to think a lot. Beyond that, ये 100% क्या चीज दे देगा? I tell you, I have lost my certificates. I don't know where they are. I cannot trace them. But then I am well taken by the society. I think we have to change our attitude. Also, I was going for a walk in the morning by 6:30, just to have a look at the coconut trees and the plants that are planted, and then how much they have been watered, because watering goes on night time. And then I just read 42:8, थोड़ा दिमाग में आ गया, चलो एक दो टीचर से बात करो. फोन कर दिया, because I always normally carry my mobile. And I just asked them, "Ki bhai, shall we meet in the canteen?" And then I also called the headmaster, 3 of the 4 of them. I said, I'm not going to disturb your teaching in the class, but I would like to know the report about the happenings in the school. कहाँ झगड़ा हो गया, किसकी चोरी हो गई, पैसे का हो गया, और क्यों ये बच्चे लोग करते हैं? Who comes on the bike? Because that's not strictly prohibited. You cannot use a bike up to the age of 18. तो इसका थोड़ा सा रिपोर्ट लेके मैंने थोड़ा सा इनसे ऐसा सुझाव दिया कि ओके, दिस इज ओके, यू कैन गिव द रिपोर्ट टुमारो बाय आफ्टरनून, बट एट द सेम टाइम हमारे बच्चे जो चौथी में पढ़ते हैं, स्टूडेंट्स आर इन फोर्थ, हैव यू एवर स्पोकन टू देम अबाउट स्पेस? हैव यू एवर स्पोकन टू देम अबाउट एस्ट्रोनॉमी? हैव यू एवर स्पोकन टू देम अबाउट एनवायरमेंट? हैव यू एवर स्पोकन टू देम अबाउट एग्रीकल्चर? आप अपना जो सिलेबस है डिस्टर्ब नहीं करने का, मगर हफ्ते में एक बार, हफ्ते में जस्ट वंस इन अ वीक, व्हाई डोंट यू डिस्कस अबाउट दिस, सो दैट दे विल गो इन अ डिफरेंट एरिया ऑफ थॉट, ऑफ नॉलेज, ऑफ स्टडी. फ्रेंड्स, हमको गोवा में मुझे लगता है कि वी विल हैव टू टेक अ स्टॉक एंड रिव्यू ऑफ ऑल दिस, दैट व्हाट सॉर्ट ऑफ what a conducive atmosphere and environment is prevailing in the schools, in the colleges. I tell you, 3 years back I had a small meeting. One priest, one head of the institute, and 2 teachers came to me saying that, "Sir, we would like to discuss about drugs. I will not mention you the village, I will not mention you about the institute, but they came." And then I said that okay, we'll meet again on 6th, and I tell you 6th evening I will fix a meeting. Just to get the things, I am going to invite the police fellows, I am going to invite the robots. Otherwise robots come from this border and go to that border, bound of the village, that's all. But थोड़ा काम अपना दिल लगा के काम करना चाहिए ना. So I think Goa is a beautiful place, and beautiful people are there all around. And then the small lacunas, whatever we have, of child kidnapping, small atrocities on the children, all that, I think we can get rid of this. Maybe by another 4-5 years, Goa has to be a beautiful, much more beautiful place for a beautiful environment for our children. यही कहते मैं आपसे विदा लेता हूँ, और एक याद का तलाश वही मेरी जिंदगी में, बट मैं when I was studying, I had heard of this name. I had not seen the person, सानी गुरुजी. सानी गुरुजी जो बच्चों का तारीफ था, गले का तारीफ था, और बहुत सारे टीचर उनको मानते थे, सानी गुरुजी. Friends, I think we have to unquote or quote lot many of his sayings, lot many of thought from. With these few words, I would like to conclude. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, sir. We have forgotten the delay, but we'll always only remember the passionate speech that you have just delivered. Right? And let me tell you, sir, we have noted your suggestions, and we will make efforts to see that we do something about it. Well, I have been given the duty of proposing the vote of thanks, and I'd like to thank, first of all, the Honorable Chief Guest for being here.